Yo, Irv, Captain Squeeze. How do I get the cuts, man? How do I get the cut, the squeeze? Anyway, we're not really talking too much about that in the video. But anyway, it's your boy Captain Squeeze, the calisthenics powerhouse, who is on a mission to become the strongest ever. Now, how we do one thing is how we do all things. And as we get ready to clean up the last bit of this mess, we're going to be talking about how one thing and getting really good at one thing gets you good at as many things you want to get good at, right? Squeeze. Now it is March 28th, 28th, I believe. 27th. We're living in the future. We're living in the future. 28th, 2025. And I've spent the last, I've been here since, time really flies, right? Time really flies. Spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, all here. And time just moves. And that's going to bring me to my first point. Bro, time ain't waiting. Time isn't waiting for you to get things in order. Right? You're going to be like, "Oh, when the time is right." What does that mean? What does that mean when the time is right? And truth be told, you don't even know what that means. You don't know when the time is right because you literally have no objectives. There's no requirements that you have that even equates to it being the perfect time. Right? You talk about when the time is right, and you literally you're just hoping that things feel right. You're like, I think now feels like the right time. And truth be told, that probably won't, like, it's so rare that will happen where the time feels right. If you're just waiting and hoping for, someone to give you that golden opportunity that will change your life, you might as well throw in the towel. And I'm not talking about throwing the towel and, and pull the plug on your life. I'm talking about you're gonna end up just living out someone else's dream, right? Someone is gonna tell you, "Hey, man, we're looking for workers to build this thing." I mean, we're not giving you any credit or anything. Not like you would care because you don't even know what's going on in your life. So if you don't mind, come over here and do this thing for us. That's a shame. And like I said, how we do one thing is how we do all things. Fitness is always one of the best places to start as it relates to figuring out what type of person you are. Where is your discipline? Where is your focus? What's your capacity for discomfort? How far are you willing to push yourself month after month, year after year, and not really maybe see the results that you want to, but understanding that, like, this is not a result driven thing. I'm looking for who I become, right? And that happens like every single day that you show up. You're like, "Yo, in order for me to become the strongest ever, I need to become the strongest ever." Like, I'm the strongest ever mentally before I become the strongest ever physically. Now, it would be stupid of me to think that I'm going to become the strongest ever if I'm not showing up. I know I'm supposed to do this workout, that workout, eat this way, get this amount of rest. These things that are predetermined, these are planned out, right? Things that I know is common sense. It's like, in order to even qualify to become strong, what does that actually look like on a day-to-day basis? And the pre-qualifiers: fitness, working out, training, eating a certain way. Those are like, you have to qualify your goals and see, what degree of these things am I doing on a day-to-day basis? And then become that thing. Reverse engineer it. I want to become the strongest ever. What does that begin to look like in my day-to-day actions, my day-to-day applications, what does that look like? Now, typically, people aren't going to wake up in the morning and bang out like, oh, I'm have a predetermined morning workout, afternoon workout, evening workout, right? Wake up in the morning, no matter what standard, no matter what the thing is for the day, for the next 60 days, I'm going to do 100 push-ups every morning. People ain't doing that. And people who say they want this thing, they want to achieve whatever the goal is, they want to achieve that thing. How many of them are actually following through with the bare minimum? How many? And that's why I like to expose myself to a variety of like people who I deem to be in line with what I'm doing. I like to get more exposure there because I'm like, yo, if I think I'm strong and I know this dude is strong, this person's strong, let me see what they really doing. Let me get some exposure. And truth be told, that's when you start to really find, like, you see them pushing themselves. You're like, yo, I thought I was pushing myself. You start to find your threshold, your capacity, like I said earlier. You start to find where that spectrum is for you, where you're like, you're mentally tapped out before you're physically tapped out. You're like, man, I had more to go. I know the body is capable of so much. And like you said, this ain't about fitness. This isn't only about fitness, I should say, because yes, it is. How we do one thing is how we do all things. This is a great scale, by the way. I left the actual scale in Philly, but I need to buy a new one. Wonderful scale. I don't have any sponsor, nothing, whatever. But if y'all looking for like a proper scale that does some pretty decent biometric scanning and stuff like that, pretty decent scale, full body composition, advanced weight monitoring, and it's fairly accurate. Obviously, you know, still try and get like a baseline by going and get a what's it called, like a in body scan, or you know, something that checks your entire skeletal system and all that. But this is a nice second right here, right, that you could just have in the house, or don't have a scale at all, right? Like I don't have a scale. But if your goal is scale related, you're a bodybuilder, you're participating in, you know, martial arts or something and weight classes, and you got to train, then yeah. But if you're just like, oh my god, every 4 seconds I need to check my weight because that's gonna matter, just get your weight up, work out religiously. And religiously doesn't mean without breaks, right? It means stick to your plan until your plan doesn't work, or until it's time to switch gears. But anyway, I digress. Listen, we're not here for a long time. And if you think waiting around for the perfect time or someone giving you the perfect opportunity is the best use of your time, well, I mean, hey, if that makes you happy. I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't. And you could be happy right now. You don't have to achieve those specific things, those big, big goals in order to find happiness. You create the happiness right now. For me, I find happiness in every single action I take because I understand my big picture. Every action I take, I enjoy it. I love it. I find utter joy, amazement in my ability to see it through, no matter what the current circumstances look like. Right? Like the current, I'm not gonna lie, right now, like, I'm loving life. I have no complaints whatsoever. I'm pretty much living the life of my dreams, and it's ever evolving because that's my intention. And whether like I said, I have the things I want before I have it. Right? The things that I know I like, it exists in my mind as real as the sun came up this morning. That's how real it is. A year ago, me and my business partner, you know, we were really trying to figure out like, yo, how in the world can we really get this towing company to the next level? What can we do? We were sharing a Z4. If you know if you don't know what a Z4 is, it's a tiny BMW convertible car, 2 seats, no luggage space whatsoever, tiny trunk. We were using that. We didn't have a working jack. You know, we were showing up to calls on the side of the road, you know, with a jack that wouldn't go up all the way and stuff like that, and we were still making it work. This was less than a year ago, and needless to say, like I'm not going to give the whole story, but needless to say, now we have a service vehicle, we have a tow truck, we have all our tools. That's like a lot of what I was doing up here was like packing a lot of the tools and sending it down. Um, we have multiple vehicles. Uh, the vests are in there. This or got some more vests for workers, you know, things like that, right? There's a lot going on in such a short period of time, but it's not. I'm not going to say it's not surprising whatsoever because that was the intention. That was the intent. And so every single day, even before the things that are happening now were happening, it was as real. I felt myself driving the truck. You know, I'm like, yo, I saw the fleet of vehicles. I saw it as real as I'm seeing this thing in front of me. It sounds weird, but you can only do that when you really, really believe. Like there's without the shadow of a doubt. There was no shadow. I'm not gonna say like early on. I was kind of like, ah man, this is too big of an undertaking. You know, we weren't making any like really any money. Like we would probably get a call every couple weeks maybe. Now every single day, like we get so many calls we can't upkeep, right? Like we can't. That's why we're doing what we're doing, expanding and whatnot. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm not going to get into too much detail um about what's going on just yet, but like I said, by the time this is seen and the evolution of, you know, my personal journey as well, like the thoughts, the awareness, and then obviously just the natural progression of business. Um, you know, I'm excited to for what's to come, right? Like when I was strictly kind of focusing on YouTube, you know, when I had the group of guys I was with, and whatnot, like my focus was so diluted. It was more so like very short sighted. Even though I know I wanted bigger things, but I'm like, yo, I need to hurry up and do this to make money. And that's when I started to like sabotage my own success, was trying to do it just to make money, right? It wasn't really like for the love of the craft anymore. It was just like, how can I make another video that will get a lot of views so I could get paid? And that's kind of, you would think like that's productive, but it becomes counterproductive when you're not seeing like you're not seeing like the long term, the far, you know, you're not far sighted, right? I'm not saying like obviously if your mindset is the same that like I have now, if it was the same that I had back then, you know, it would work out. It would work out. Which is why we're doing this again, right? But it's this is just for the love of sharing, um, you know, conversations that I know we all have, right? But this time, you know, I'm having it with y'all. If I wasn't with y'all, I'm having this with my boys, you know, stuff like that, business partners, you know, close family and friends and things like that. So these are conversations that are important because look, we gotta take this serious, this life thing serious, because there's no, absolutely no guarantee that we're gonna get a restart. Who knows? Maybe if you believe in reincarnation, we do get a restart. I know, as far as me being here right now, I don't remember living this life, right? If I existed before. So I'm taking full advantage of the fact that I'm here right now and I want to live the life that I want to live. And guess what? Even if I didn't achieve every single thing on my list of like life goals, I'm loving life. And if I died tomorrow, God forbid, I would be like, yo, thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to do what I did. And I would feel accomplished because the intent and the follow through is so important. Like, if I had the intent and there's no follow through and I died tomorrow, God forbid, I would be like, man, why didn't I take this more serious? I'm taking myself serious. I'm taking my fitness serious, my life, my financials, everything. Take that serious and you'll die with no regrets. Hopefully. Hopefully. You know, I haven't died yet, and I haven't got to the point where I'm like, oh man, no coming back, and then realize if I regret anything. But I do think about that, and up to this time, I could say, yo, thank you, Lord, for giving me the opportunity to live this life. I have freedom, flexibility. I could go anywhere I want. I could do anything I want. It's just and I saw that in my brain long before this day and the days to come have arrived. I see it. That's the intention. There's no other outcome that I see for myself. It's as real as this thing is in my hand. And I'm not like I legitimately believe that. It's not like an abstract like in my mind. Like I legitimately see the things that I have now. I saw them before, and the things I will have, I see it as real as this is in my hand. Now, if you would understand where I'm coming from, if you're living that lifestyle, if you're not, you're like, bro, this dude is speaking nonsense. Don't knock it till you try it. And it takes time, it takes practice, it takes dedication, it takes discipline. But I am a powerhouse. I am the Cal 6 powerhouse. I have put myself through so much pain and discomfort to achieve the level of fitness that I have. Nothing's impossible for me. Nothing. Everything fitness related, I've been able to accomplish. Everything that I've set out for myself. But the journey never stops. And that's why we are on a mission to become the strongest ever, because that's the only thing left for me to do. And that's a huge goal to undertake. So ultimately, I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. But anyway, just wanted to chat to y'all real quick. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. And people who talk about, oh, you're young still, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Oh, bro, you got time. You don't listen to those people. Do not listen to those people who are telling you still have time. And I would like the people who I do realize who used to tell me that, they weren't anywhere near to where I wanted to be, in life. When people were younger, when I was younger and I'm listening to people like, yo, take your time, bro. Yo, don't grow up too fast. I wish I did. I wish I did. Because like I said, there's no guarantee that I will live for tomorrow. God forbid. There's no guarantee. Why in the world would I kick my feet up knowing that my time is limited? Everyone's time is limited. Don't listen to those people. If there's any advice that I would give, if someone tells you, bro, slow it down, man, slow it down, you got time, do not listen to those people. Don't listen to those people. Now there's things that are like flexible and like, yo, hey, listen, everybody's different. That's one thing that is not different, because we all have a fixed amount of time and none of us know when that time is up for us. So nobody can tell you, bro, I remember when guess what? They could be 60 and God forbid you're 21. You might not see 22. Don't listen to those people. Take life serious, move with urgency every single day. Yes, enjoy your youth. You can enjoy the way to really enjoy your youth, live it with purpose. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. The squeeze will continue forever. The warm up will continue forever. And when I say forever, as long as I'm alive, and hey, if you believe in that squeeze mentality, it's always the warm up. The warm up is no matter, you might think, yo, right now I'm cooked. I can't push anymore. If you overcome this thing, the next thing that you face with equal intensity, you're going to be like, bro, I remember how much this was killing me, but I did it. I'm going to do more. That's the warm up for the next thing. And then it's a cycle that continues. You're always going to get better. Move with urgency, move with purpose, have a vision, have a focus. See that thing as tangible as this is. See that goal, see that outcome, live that life. I am that thing right now. Before I am that thing already. Don't try and convince yourself and like do all these like humming and heba jiba thing. Bro, just believe that you're that thing. When I was a child, I was an adult before I was I was already an adult while I was a child. Who I was as a child, I am now. I am that thing. You plant the seed in the ground. The seed doesn't have to convince itself to be like, yo, I think I'm gonna be a tree. I think I want to be a tree. Let me manifest branches, bro. The seed is that tree already. The seed is in the ground, and it is the tree while it's in the ground. The thing that I am, I am. Now, I might not be it in the form and function right now at this present time, but I still am that thing. I am that seed in the ground, that apple tree. It doesn't have to try and it is the apple tree. It's in the ground. It will become that apple tree because it is already that apple tree. I'm not trying to get too like, but I know you understand what I'm saying. I am that thing before I am that thing. Before you see that I'm that thing, I'm that thing. Become it before you can't say when I get here, then I'll do that. No, become that thing, envision it, encapsulate it, touch it, feel it, make it tangible, see it in your mind and live it. Live it out in your mind. While I'm sitting here on that chair, I'm sitting here chilling. I'm living that thing. I am that thing already. The thing that I said I want to be, I am already it. Don't let that go over your head. Understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. I think you guys get the point. I think you understand where I'm coming from. I think you get it. You are that thing before you are that thing. Envision it, live it, embody it, touch it. I am the strongest ever. I am. Right now, I am the strongest ever. 30 years from now, when I am infinitely stronger, because yes, I plan to be super, super strong in my 60s. I'm 31, 30 years from now. I am that thing right now. I am that. That's it. Health is wealth. Get money. Remember, it is always, always the warm up. And we know why we say that. Health is wealth. Get money. It ain't a workout till you squeeze. Follow me or stay weak.